Welcome back to news. Well, Blinken during the so-called NATO summit has announced we'll be sending these F-16s to Ukraine. They're probably on their way there already, or they're already there. It's one or the other. And obviously, these planes won't be flown by Ukrainian pilots. They'll be obviously NATO personnel, as well as they're beefing up the Patriot missile systems to have a sufficient air cover so they can attack Russian positions or Russian civilian targets in Russia. Because these F-16s, they can carry B-61-12 nuclear bombs, tactical nuclear bombs, yield of 340 kilotons. And obviously, the Russians, where they ever take off, they're going to be probably placed in Romania or in Poland. They're going to bomb it. There's no doubt about that. There's been too many lines crossed by the West, and they're poking the bear still. And we have the chief Polish command of the armed forces in Poland, which has made a statement on mass media saying the Polish people must get ready for war against Russia. And probably all those Baltic states which are near Russia, they're probably on high alert and preparing for the worst. Obviously, Poland and Kiev signed some type of agreement. Missiles will be launched to counterattack Russian offensives in western Ukraine. That means the involvement officially of a NATO country in this war between Russia and Ukraine. If the Russians get attacked from Polish positions, they will retaliate. And then I think they can invoke Article 5. And Viktor Orban and Vukovic has been warning we're only not 3 months before the nitty-gritty stuff will begin to break out. We're talking about a brutal conventional war to begin with, like we've never seen since World War II. And all these so-called peace negotiations, apart from Ukraine and the West, they don't want peace. They just only want bloody war. And Ukraine is the Trojan horse of NATO, the kickstart of it. And the Russians know pretty well what the West are up to. They are prepared for so. The problem is NATO said we'll be needing 100,000 soldiers if this thing kicks off. And why do you think in every NATO country they're introducing the draft again, 18 to 26? When it begins to really heat up, they'll pass emergency laws and they'll start drafting every Tom, Dick and Harry to war. Even if people are against war, they're quite right, because the Second World War, I think, taught many lessons to the people, how bloody it is, and so on. But the politicians and these people in NATO, no. They haven't learnt nothing at all. They just live for war. And if something does break out, it's the civilians who will pay the heavy prices in casualties.